Hi folks, George Davis at Stone Brothers and Byrd. We started a project last year that we wanted to video and present to you and show you what some of our products can do from beginning to end. And so we took the opportunity to be outside today. We are at the home site of Fuller Sasser. Fuller actually does our, he's director of .com for Stone Brothers, and we decided to use Fuller's new yard or new house to do something a little different. So we decided that what we would do would be take Fuller's yard and we would make a warm season yard out of it. In this part of North Carolina, we sit in the middle of the state, and we're on a temperate zone where we can go either cool season grasses or warm season grasses. So we've got some real options. When you decide you want to do a warm season grass, first thing you have to consider is if you have full sun. Fuller pretty much meets that situation, and he decided that he wanted to do a warm season grass, so that's the reason we decided on a Stone Brothers and Byrd blend that we have called Caribbean, which is a three-way turf type or hybrid blend of fine leaf Bermuda seeds. And so we chose the Caribbean, deciding that we wanted to do the warm season blend, the Caribbean blend in Fuller's yard. At this point in the Carolinas, we would sow this between mid-May and the end of July. We try to get started as closer to mid-May as we can after frost and the ground's warmed up, so that we can still take advantage of some of the spring rains. If we wait to the latter part of the season, then normally we have to irrigate. As it worked out in Fuller's situation, we did this during the middle of the season, so we took advantage of some rain, but we also had to irrigate as well. Now, the first thing we did was we wanted to get rid of everything that was out here so that we start fresh. Warm season grasses spread by tacking. They sprig themselves. Cool season grasses are basal growth and they grow straight up. So by having a tacker, we needed a clean surface so that nothing would impede the tacking process of this Bermuda. So the first thing we wanted to do was we wanted to eradicate everything that was there, and we used our Quick Pro Roundup that we've talked about before, and we made 2 applications 2 weeks apart. First application we tried to do all in one direction, and the second application we came back 2 weeks later and we made in the opposite direction. We created a vertical so that we didn't miss any spots. Once we were satisfied that we had a total kill, then we went ahead and we did our liming, our aeration, our seeding, and our fertilizing. Now, like I said, we did this during the middle of the ideal time to sow this warm season grass. So we also went ahead and set up irrigation stands, and Fuller took the time to go from spot to spot, and where we were missing a spot, he made sure there was plenty of water. After we did all of that, then it was simply wait and see and see what the process was going to be, how quick it would come up, how much tacking we'd get down. And so we're here today to show you where we are. We're about 3 months out from the seeding process. We do have tacking. We've got what we want. We've also got some foreign material in here also that came up, which was just dormant under the soil, and we need to take that out of the well. All right, folks. So here we are. We're at Fuller's, or where Fuller has got a good stand of the Caribbean. He's done everything just right. We've got it well established. He has mowed this 2 or 3 times, so it's tolerant of herbicides, and trying to eliminate some of this stuff like this crabgrass, which is very common here in the South. We need to get this out. Again, this can impede the tacking process, and we've got such a good stand that we want to take care of and we want to nurse along. So now it's time to eliminate this crabgrass or anything else that's in here that's foreign to what we want. The product that we want to use to eliminate this weed population in this warm season grass is called Q4. This is a broad spectrum herbicide which is approved for both cool season and warm season grasses. The rate varies. On warm season grasses we use 2 ounces to a gallon. On cool season grasses we use 3 ounces to a gallon. Now, once we have mixed a gallon uniformly to water and put into a compression type sprayer, then we want to apply that amount to 1,000 square feet, roughly 20 feet by 50 feet. How do we do that? we just take some little survey flags or some sticks or something and step off 20 feet by 50 feet and spray that one area with 1 gallon, and that gives you some idea of the rate, the walk speed, the ground speed, whatever you need to do in order to move through your yard and apply the Q4. This is going to eliminate about 98% of what we see out here. Not only here, but in cool season grasses as well. So we're ready to get going now, and we're going to use a 2-ounce rate on this Caribbean because we certainly don't want to create injury. Now, a lot of times, if the temperature is too high, if it's in excess of say 95 degrees, any chemical can have adverse reactions. We've picked a day today, and it's a gorgeous day. Temperatures in the upper 70s, lower 80s this morning. Ideal time to be spraying this. So we're going to use a 2-ounce rate. This is a little 4-ounce measuring cup, and we've got the Q4, and we're going to use 2 ounces of this to a gallon. We've put a gallon of water in the sprayer, and we've decided to go ahead and calibrate our spray. We've put out our survey flags at 20 by 50, which is 1,000 square feet. We're going to mix this, and we're going to spray. We're going to see what our ground speed is and what it takes to put a gallon of finished product out over this 1,000 square feet. Also, something that makes spraying a lot easier in terms of trying to determine did I get every spot, we also sell this product called Turf Mark. And all this is a blue dye. It's very temporary, but it gives you a blue haze so that you can tell where your spray pattern has been and if you've missed a spot. So I strongly urge you to use a dye or a marker as you spray. And also, always be sure, put on a pair of latex gloves. Let's don't mess with anything chemical, anything else that we don't put gloves on. And I can assure you, if you don't put gloves on and get some of this on there, you're going to look like a Martian for about a week. Okay, now, before we do anything, we mentioned that we wanted to make sure that the yard had been mowed several times, the new grass had been mowed several times before we apply any herbicide to it. This has in fact been mowed several times, 3 or 4 times, so we know we're safe in putting the herbicide out. We've taken our survey flags and we've calibrated. We stepped off a 20 foot by 50 foot area, so we know we got 1,000 square feet. We got a gallon of mixed material in the backpack. Although it holds 4, we just put 1 in there. And now we're going to start spraying, and we're going to calibrate our walk speed or ground speed as we put this out. And with the blue dye in there, the market, then hopefully we're going to be able to cover everything. Also, one other word of caution: as you're spraying, make sure you do this on a still day. Wind can pick this stuff up. You can get a drift. You might get a burn on shrubbery or something that's desirable, and we don't want to cause injury to anything. All right, just place it on out. Folks, we got our spray done. We've applied our gallon. We've got our calibration. Now we're ready to spray all of this. I would say that, knowing the product Q4, I would say that under normal conditions, it'll probably take 3 to 4 weeks to see the kill that we're looking for. So don't be impatient with it when you use it. It's not an overnight kill. It will take its time. It's a selective herbicide, meaning it's only killing the crabgrass or nutgrass or whatever's out there, and not injuring our permanent grasses. And most of those just take there's a longer time, a longer kill time with that type of product versus Roundup or something, which is a contact, non-selective, and it kills everything all at one time. Now, one other thing I want to mention to you, you don't want to have to buy multiple sprayers to do multiple jobs. That'd be ridiculous. So the way to properly clean a sprayer is once you're through with it, rinse it out with water, and then put a cup full of household vinegar in your sprayer, pump it up, and flush it. Vinegar is a neutralizer, and it will neutralize any herbicide that's in this sprayer. But you must do it as soon as you're through using it. You want to rinse with water first, cup full of vinegar, pump it up, flush it through the whole line, the whole system, and then when you store your sprayer, store it open so it can dry. And if you do that, next time you go to use your sprayer, you could have sprayed Q4 today, you could spray your roses tomorrow, and there'd be no harmful effects from that.